K-pop Demon Hunters became Netflix's most watched movie ever, breaking every record and stealing our hearts. But underneath all those bops and demon fights, there's a universe of unanswered questions. From Jinu's survival to the honeymoon that never turned gold, we're diving into every insane theory from this has to be in the sequel to perhaps overthinking it. Tier 1, basically confirmed for the sequel. The Four Guardians theory. Okay, this one is everywhere and it makes too much sense. Rumi wears white and has a white tiger of the West. Zoe wears turquoise and fights with 6 knives like claws, Azure Dragon of the East. Mira wears black with a shell-like design, Black Tortoise of the North. But there are 4 guardians in Korean mythology. We're missing the Vermilion Bird of the South. Fans noticed 4 mannequins in a shop window during the movie, 3 women's outfits and 1 man's. The theory? The 4th guardian was supposed to be Jinu before Guima corrupted him. That's why his voice is so powerful. That's why the honeymoon never fully worked. The sequel needs a 4th member. Jinu is living in Rumi's sword. Everyone saw Jinu disintegrate, saving Rumi, and we all sobbed. But fans refuse to believe he's gone. Theory: his soul didn't die. It merged with Rumi or is trapped in her sword. Evidence: his pets, Derpy Tiger and Sussy Magpie, are still alive and under Rumi's care at the end. In Korean folklore, these creatures represent Kachi Horangi, protective spirits that would absolutely save their master. Plus, demons don't die like humans, they transform. If Jinu's in the sword, Rumi could still hear him, talk to him, and eventually bring him back. The Rujinu shippers are counting on this. The honeymoon never turned gold. Throughout the movie, we're told that if the honeymoon turns golden, it means true balance between humans and demons, ultimate peace. But even after Guima's defeat and that emotional final song, the honeymoon is still silver. Fans are convinced this means Guima wasn't actually destroyed, just banished back to the demon realm. The threat isn't over. The new honeymoon might only be a temporary seal, not a permanent solution. Which, let's be real, makes perfect sense because you can't have a sequel if the demons are gone forever. The war continues. Tier 2, strong evidence. Mystery is alive. When Zoe went to finish off Mystery, the Saja boy, sharp-eyed fans noticed he dissolved into smoke, not actual destruction. In demon logic, smoke equals retreat and recover, not death. He wasn't killed, he escaped. Some think he'll come back as a reluctant ally, others think he'll be the main villain of the sequel since Guima is gone. Either way, the fandom is certain. Mystery is alive, he's plotting something, and Zoe's going to have to deal with him again. The tension, the drama, the potential romance? The Saja Boys were a real failed group. The Saja Boys' backstory is barely explained, but fans have connected the dots. Theory: they were a real, lesser-known boy band who made a deal with Guima for fame and talent. Like Jinu, they had to give up something important, their humanity. Abby wanted a perfect body. Baby wanted to be loved. Each boy traded their morality for success, and it corrupted them into demons. If this is true, it means they're victims too, not just villains. The sequel could redeem them, show their human sides, or make them even worse. Peak storytelling potential. Celine killed Rumi's mother. Celine is Rumi's mentor and former member of the Sunlight Sisters, but she's also the reason Rumi felt shame about her demon side her whole life. Fan theory: Celine didn't just know Rumi's mother, she's directly responsible for her death. Maybe she discovered Rumi's mom was in love with a demon and killed her for betraying the hunters, or maybe she tried to save her and it went wrong. It would explain why Celine is so controlling and why she reacted so intensely when Rumi's patterns appeared. Dark? Yes. Likely? Very. Guima is Rumi's grandfather, not her father. Everyone assumes Rumi's father is some random demon, but what if her father was Guima's son? Theory: Guima's son fell in love with a hunter, Rumi's mom, wanted to escape the demon world and died protecting them. This would explain why Rumi has demon blood but isn't under Guima's control. She's not fully his lineage, just descended from it. It also explains why Guima seemed obsessed with her, almost like she's his chosen heir, and why Celine wasn't completely horrified that Rumi's mom loved a demon. Maybe she knew the truth and was protecting them. The layers! Tier 3, compelling but wild. Jinu's sister became an original hunter. Remember the flashback of little Jinu leaving his sister behind when he joined the palace? Fans think she didn't just grow up sad, she became a demon hunter. The timeline works out. She would have dedicated her life to fighting demons after losing her brother, becoming a legend who trained future generations. Some even think she was the fourth guardian before Jinwoo was supposed to take over. Imagine Rumi discovering this connection, that her mentor's mentor was Jinwoo's sister. The emotional devastation, the legacy, the drama. Healer Han is Rumi's father. Dr. Han, the sketchy healer who helped Guima turn humans into demon hybrids, barely got screen time. But fans are suspicious. Theory: he's actually Rumi's demon father. Think about it, he works with demons but seems to have his own agenda. Maybe he fell in love with Rumi's mother, a hunter, had a child, and has been watching Rumi from the shadows ever since. It would explain how Rumi's mother ended up with a demon despite the barrier around their home. Healer Han might be playing both sides, waiting for the right moment to reveal himself. Chaotic parent energy. Mira has demon blood too. Some fans noticed weird demon-like symbols in Mira's accessories and backgrounds during her solo scenes. Theory: Mira also has demon heritage but doesn't know it yet. Maybe her wealthy birth family has a dark history of guarding demon secrets, or maybe one of her ancestors made a deal. It would explain why she's so naturally protective of Rumi. She subconsciously understands what it's like to hide parts of yourself. If true, the sequel could give Mira her own identity crisis arc, parallel to Rumi's journey. Let the girl have her moment. There are 4 other Saja boys we haven't met. Wait, hear me out. Korean boy bands typically have more than 5 members. What if the Saja boys we saw were just the main lineup? Theory: there are backup dancers, trainees, or inactive members who are also demons but haven't been activated yet. Guima could have been building an entire demon army disguised as a K-pop entertainment company. The sequel could introduce a whole new generation of demon idols, each more powerful than the last. Hunter X would have to fight an entire industry. It's giving dystopian corporate nightmare, and I'm here for it. Tier 4, unhinged but kinda makes sense. Rumi's mother is still alive in the demon realm. What if Celine lied? What if Rumi's mother isn't dead? She's trapped in the demon realm with Rumi's father, unable to escape. It would explain why we never got confirmation of her death, just vague mentions. Theory: Rumi's parents are together somewhere in the demon world, either as prisoners or by choice, and Celine lied to protect Rumi from the truth. The sequel could force Hunter X to travel into enemy territory where Rumi finally meets her parents face to face. Imagine the reunion, the betrayal reveals, the angst. Chef's kiss. Rumi is half celestial, not half demon. This theory flips everything. In Korean mythology, there's not just a demon king, there are also celestial deities. Theory: Rumi's heritage isn't demon at all. Her father was a celestial being, a heavenly guardian sent to oppose Guima, who fell in love with a human hunter. Rumi's demon patterns are actually divine markings, and that's why she's immune to Guima's control. It would recontextualize the entire movie. She's not fighting against her demon side, she's awakening her true celestial power. This theory makes Rumi even more special and sets up a heaven versus hell sequel arc. Iconic. The golden Hanmoon can only be achieved through true love. The Hanmoon never turned gold because it requires perfect balance between humanity, demons, and love. Theory: the only way to create the golden Hanmoon isn't through battle. It's through a genuine bond between a human and demon, specifically Rumi and Jinwoo. Their relationship represents the unity needed to seal the demon world permanently. If Jinwoo comes back in the sequel and they get their happy ending, that's when the Hanmoon turns gold. It's cheesy, it's romantic, and it's exactly the kind of fairy tale ending this movie deserves. The Ru-Jinwoo shippers will ascend. Tier 5, absolutely bonkers territory. Hunter X was created by Guima. Conspiracy theory time. What if Guima wanted Rumi to defeat him? What if he orchestrated the entire girl group, the training, everything to create a successor strong enough to take his place? He's been alive for centuries, maybe he's tired. Maybe he saw Rumi's potential and manipulated events so she'd grow powerful enough to inherit the demon realm. His defeat wasn't a loss, it was a retirement plan. And now Rumi is the new demon queen whether she likes it or not. This would make the sequel dark, Rumi fighting against a destiny she never wanted. The entire movie is Rumi's debut stage. The most unhinged theory. None of this actually happened. The whole movie is Rumi's performance at Hunter X's debut stage, a theatrical concept show about demon hunters. Everything we watched was choreography. The demons were backup dancers, and the real story is about Rumi struggling with her identity as a Korean American idol trying to make it in the industry. The sequel would break the fourth wall and show the real world behind the performance. It's meta, it's insane, and honestly, it would break the internet. But also, maybe don't do this, Netflix. The real Guima is still out there. Final theory: the Guima they defeated was a fake, a puppet, a decoy. The real Guima has been watching from another dimension the entire time, waiting to see if Rumi was worthy of his attention. Everything in the movie was a test, and now that she passed, the real threat reveals itself. Think of it like a video game. You beat the first boss, but then the true final boss appears. The sequel would be exponentially more dangerous, with the real Guima having powers they can't even imagine. Hunter X's real fight is just the beginning. So there you have it, every K-pop Demon Hunters theory from literally in the sequel to maybe, possibly, could be. With Netflix already in talks for a sequel and possibly 2 sequels, a TV series, and a stage musical. Some of these theories might actually come true. And honestly, that's terrifying and exciting in equal measure. Which theory do you believe? Are you team Jinu lives or team let him rest in peace? Do you think the Hanmoon will ever turn gold? Drop your thoughts in the comments because I need to know what the fandom thinks. And if you haven't watched K-pop Demon Hunters yet, what are you even doing? It's Netflix's most watched movie of all time for a reason. Go watch it, cry over Jinu like the rest of us, and come back to theorize. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more chaotic theory content. Until the sequel drops, we'll all be here streaming Golden on repeat and sobbing. Stay golden, hunters!